Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a question for you. It's just a super quick question. So, first of all, you already know, if you're watching this, you already know, or likely already know, that you need to invest in social media marketing. But do you actually know which social media marketing platform is best for your business? This can be tough for a lot of people, especially if you don't have the time and desire to be a social media manager, right? Um, and to be quite frank and honest, there are just so many different platforms. How can you possibly do everything at once, right? Each one is different. Some are more geared towards conversations. Some are more geared towards business connections. Some are more just for visual aesthetics to bring more people to what it is you want to share. So, how exactly are you supposed to know where to go? Influencers are everywhere on every social platform, and they all tell you their platform is the best. The best. So, this is what today's Prosperous Heart marketing training, Prosperous Heart digital marketing training is about, how to choose a social media platform. So, when you receive value today, please do share below what you learned with the hashtag level up so that way I can celebrate in your wins with you. And if you would like more, obviously be sure to subscribe the best way that fits your preferred notifications, as well as wherever you're seeing this. Maybe this is on the Book of Faces, maybe it's on a recording on YouTube, repurposed on my blog. Who knows exactly where you're seeing it from today, but thank you for being here and all of that good stuff. So, I have a quick question for you before we dive into the rest of the training. Are you looking for perhaps an invitation to join my group? Perhaps access to today's slide deck, or even access to prior trainings, because at this point in the game, I've done a lot. Then all you need to say is social down below, or if you're watching this somewhere else, there should be a link somewhere above below this video. But when you do that, you're also going to receive today, as well as part of the bonuses on what you're going to be receiving when you say social, is how to create a folder in Canva. This was a special request from someone I am part of a mastermind group with. So I will be tagging her sometime later today to make sure that she has this information. All right. So again, say social, and you'll be getting some really great stuff. I don't know why there's a second slide there. Oops. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you spending your time. I know that you could literally be anywhere else right now, and so I really appreciate you spending your time and energy here with me today. If you don't know me by chance, I am Cassandra. My brand is The Prosperous Heart. I'm simply a human helping humans. My biggest passion in life is to empower people just like you to create better results in life. Now, specifically on this page, it has to do with digital marketing, which also known as social media marketing, online marketing, et cetera, et cetera. So back to the original question. How are you supposed to know where you're supposed to market? What's the best to market? Where are your people? Oh my gosh, so much, right? Kind of overwhelming. So, in today's training on how to choose a social media platform, we're going to give a high level overview of what you need to do in order to make sure that you are marketing in the right places. Okay, so first question you need to ask yourself is, how do you serve your target audience? Are you an educator? Do you sell products or services that resolve some issue or some need, right? How exactly do you support and serve your target audience? Next question is, who is your ideal customer? Are they younger than 30? Do they have kids? What is it that they where what would they be into that may also be related to your product or service? The third question you want to ask yourself is, where do they normally hang out online? Are they usually going to be on Instagram? Are they usually going to be on Book of Faces? Are they usually going to be, where are they going to be? And then finally, you also have to know, what are your specific digital marketing goals? Now, as a social media manager, I have seen so many interesting requests for what is desired of these results. And here's the thing. No matter what you're looking for, you need to be realistic. If you're looking to have 100 new leads every single day, it is highly unlikely to get there unless you spend a whole lot of money, or it's going to take a lot of time, one of the two, right? So you have to be specific about your digital marketing goals, and you have to make sure that the whatever goals you are looking for, whether they're leads, creating conversations, whatever it may be, you're going to the right places. Oh, thanks, Ryson. So this is a glimpse of something that I am providing in an upcoming workshop. This is a little bit outdated. I actually had to update it today because I knew for a fact that the number of characters in a Twitter tweet was not the number it was. So this is probably a little bit outdated. But as you can see, each one has different purpose. It's best for certain things. And each one has its own downside, which I will be covering in that workshop, which I'll share a little bit more information a little bit later in this training. So if you want more information, again, go ahead and say social, and I will be sharing some goodies with you a little bit later today. And oh, I forgot to add that in immediately. So you may not get it immediately, but I'll send you the info. So next thing I wanted to share, because those questions really are going to help you to pinpoint where you need to go, especially once you learn the different pieces of each social media platform. I wanted to take a moment here and share with you something that I learned at MiniChat Conversations 2020. If you're not sure what MiniChat it is an amazing company that creates a product for business owners and anyone who has a Book of Faces page, really, and they're expanding. Um, uh, it allows people to have conversations with an untold number of people even when you're sleeping, right? It creates conversational bots, chat bots. And MiniChat is or excuse me, Conversations is a virtual gathering of top chat marketing leaders. I went this year. It was amazing. Learned so much, met so many great people, and a lot of really cool stuff came out of that, which I will share another time. So, like I said, I want to share a couple of things from Conversations 2020 relevant to today's training. Oops. All right. So, Mike Yan, he is the, I believe, CEO. I think that's the correct title. CEO of MiniChat, also, I believe, co-creator. And he said at Conversations 2020, three major points that really hit home for me. The first was that Zapier named MiniChat the fastest growing app of 2019. Zapier is a really cool integration tool that allows you to do some really cool automation stuff. It's super awesome. You should check it out. Anyway, the second thing that he said was that Forbes named MiniChat Cloud 100 Rising Star. This is a big deal. Look it up. It's awesome. The third thing is that he said in November 2019, the first time in history when mobile web traffic surpassed desktop. And this is huge because they kind of went, wait, I don't. So they went like this. That shit that might be backwards for you. Anyway, they split, they swapped. Mobile is continuing to increase, and therefore, it will bring you to the next few items. Um, he said that in order to succeed, you need to be on mobile. You need to go omni-channel. And businesses grow when they build meaningful relationships with customers. How do you build meaningful relationships with customers? Through conversations, right? So, three new rules of marketing as shared by the great Mike Yan. The first thing is start with mobile, pretty clear, right? Second thing is to go omni-channel. The third is to focus on chat. Now, number one, as I said, focus on chat, focus on those conversations, focus on bringing people into the fold so that you can have those conversations, so you can find out how you can serve your people, right? Focus on chat. So start with mobile. Let's go ahead and start with mobile. We've already said, and then we're going to go to omnichannel. So we've already said that that mobile traffic has already been surpassed. So that what that means is more people are spending more time on their phones. And if you don't have things optimized for mobile, they're not going to look right. Have you ever maybe been on a blog post, maybe on my blog post, profishesheart.com? Maybe you've been on a blog post and it looks wonky. The font is off, the images look weird, right? It's just weird. Whereas on a desktop, it's beautiful and it's like I forget the word where responsive, right? It's responsive. But on mobile, it's not. Well, if more people are spending more time on mobile, shouldn't you make sure that your mobile looks banging before you just say, yeah, call it a day? Right? So start with mobile. Um, I forgot I had these slides in. So this, as I was mentioning, this was the reason I wanted to bring your attention to the fact that they surpassed or that they switched. And we've talked, we start with mobile, and now let's go ahead and go to omni-channel. So omni-channel, if you don't know what that means, omni basically means multi. It doesn't necessarily mean all, it means multi-channel. And there's many reasons for that, right? Let me go back just a second. There's many reasons to be omni-channel, to be multi-channel. You may have heard of blue sea versus red sea. A blue sea is basically where you are marketing where no one else has marketed before. A red sea is that everyone and their grandma are marketing in the same area, and so it's a sea of red. You can probably imagine why. So you want to go omnichannel so that you have the most opportunities to be seen by the most people who are going to be looking for you and your product or services. Okay, so you might be wondering, do I really have to be everywhere? Perhaps, what if I don't have the time to be omnichannel? Yes, it takes time. It does not take 5 minutes. It feels like it when you're doing it, at least it does sometimes for me. But maybe you don't have the time to learn how to do everything or to create everything. Or maybe you're thinking, do I have to do it all right now? Because there's so much on your plate and you're busy and you're time strapped, right? Well, you have to ask yourself, what's actually best for whom you serve? Is it going everywhere and not making sure that you're going in the right places? Maybe they're not even there. Or is it being really targeted with your marketing, still being everywhere and trying to publish where you can, right? But making sure it's pinpointed in targeted marketing efforts to ensure that you have the best ROI. So the question again, do I have to do everything right now? I get that I should be in multiple places. I get it, but does it have to be right now? The answer is yes, but not all at once. So you can build it up. You can start small, start focused on one. Once you get used to it and you build that muscle, it'll come faster for you. You'll feel a lot more empowered to do more. And the reason for that is the brain. The brain is an amazing tool. I love it. The thing about you may have heard practice makes perfect or practice makes permanent. Perhaps repetition is the mother of all skill. There is truth to this, and there's scientific truth to it. It's really simple. Your brain is made of synapses, and when they fire together, they wire together. And when they initially wire together, i.e., you're building that muscle, you're building that skill set, it's very weak. So you might feel frustrated because it doesn't come to you easy. Or maybe you just don't get it and you're only kind of get small bits and pieces. Or maybe it takes a long time and you think, oh, this should only take like 2 seconds, right? The more you do it, the stronger that connection becomes, the faster your brain will fire on those synapses, and the easier it will be, and therefore the less time you will have to spend on getting that done. But do it all right now when you're not at that level? No, it's a piece by piece thing, it's a growth thing, and you need to start where you're going to make the most impact. Okay, so you might be thinking, all right, cool, all this is awesome, but how do I find my audience? How do I know where to look? Or you've talked about all this, you have that image I can go look at when I say social down below and you send me your deck, right, right, right. But seriously, which platform for my business? That's where this workshop comes in that I was telling you about. I've decided to start a workshop, a digital marketing boot camp, as it were, to answer some of these questions and more. So in this 2-hour workshop, we're going to determine which platform to focus on, the tools to create a successful digital marketing plan for your specific business, how to determine which platform to focus on. Oh, sorry. Tech tricks to make content creation easy. I'm going to have to fix this deck the next time I could do this. And how to have solid branding across your digital real estate. Now, this is all important. I've kind of touched on pieces of this in prior trainings on my page, so feel free to go back or even my blog. But all of this will be condensed down into one training where you will also have the opportunity to implement this and get questions answered as well as some tips and tricks to help make things a little bit more fun and add some pizzazz. All right. So If that sounds like something you or someone you know would be interested in, again, simply say social down below, or if you're watching this on a repurposed share somewhere else, there's probably a link, or should be, above or below this video. So just go ahead and click that link. Now, what you get with that link, or by saying social in the description somewhere below, is an invitation to my group. You'll also get how to access today's slide deck. So the thing that you've been seeing slide up and down, how to access prior trainings, how to get more information on that upcoming workshop, and of course, the bonus of today, how to create a folder in Canva. You're going to get that part of the deck as well, which you'll also receive this recording. So when you're in Canva, there's going to be this section on your left-hand side, including all your folders. This is on whether it's an FREE version or whether it's a paid version. Then when you'll see something like this. If this is what it looks like usually for the FREE version. This is the alternative if you have the paid version. Either way, you simply click the Create New Folder button. Once that happens, a little window will pop up, ask you for the folder name. You'll also have the opportunity to share this with a team member, or probably anyone really. I don't know, I haven't tested that, but at least your team member. You don't have to. And this is what it'll look like when it's an empty folder. Now, if you want to add a folder inside of your folder to help organize stuff, right? Maybe you have, as I do, I have a training folder, and in that training folder, I have most of my training decks, but I also have a folder for specifically workshops. So that's an option to do. You just click that little button that has a folder with a plus icon, it creates a new folder, and voila, you have a folder within a folder. Now, if you wanted to delete your folder, you can, but if you try to delete a folder that has a folder, it will give you an error message similar to this. Otherwise, or excuse me, in order to resolve that, you'll click the little triple dots horizontal. I don't know what that's called. Fork, maybe? I don't know. Uh, and normally it's a hamburger if it's up and down, but it's sideways. So you click that, then you'll hit delete, and then that'll delete your folder. So that's how to create a folder or delete a folder in Canva. Hope that was helpful for you today. Again, if you would like more, if you found if you learned something new today, please do say hashtag level up so I can celebrate in your win. If you would like to learn more, be sure to turn on notifications for whichever platform you prefer. And again, just say social down below or click the button to get all of the goodies that I've previously stated. So thank you so much for sharing your time with me here today. I really appreciate it. I truly am so grateful to be able to have shared this with you. Be sure to join me live the first and third Saturdays of every month. And I've got some big stuff coming up. So be sure to subscribe to make sure you get that information. So thank you again. I hope you have a wonderful and prosperous rest of your day. And I will see you in the next one.